We're going to talk a little bit about Coach Pop today. I guess when you're the greatest coach of all time in history of the NBA, no one can really hold you accountable for anything anymore. Now, this is going to be about being a Coach Pop hater, because I'm not. I've actually met him once in real life in Memphis. It was for a playoff series. I went to a couple games a few years ago, and honestly, he was a really nice guy, very gracious in person, and I really enjoyed the couple minutes I got to talk to him. But I do want to point out, obviously the streak is over. I forget how many years. I think it's like 22 years of consecutive making the playoffs. And that's going to be one of the greatest streaks in the history of the NBA as far as just a winning franchise for over 2 decades. It's really incredible in all professional sports across the world. But guys, just because Coach Pop is the greatest coach of all time, and I definitely think he is, that doesn't mean he should no longer be subject to criticism at all. And I noticed the way he kind of talked to the reporters after the Jazz game, after the final game of the season, and it's almost like he sounded a little bitter, saying, you know, why didn't you ask me about the streak when we were winning? Now you're asking me about it when it's over. And I don't really know what his bag is with reporters. I guess it's kind of a joke to him. I don't really get the joke, but I'm not going to go too far into that. Try and stay as neutral as I can about Pop. Like I said, I don't have any disdain for the guy or anything. He's done some great things for the city of San Antonio. That's where I was born and raised. And me and the city of San Antonio will always appreciate that. But I want to get to how he coached throughout the season. Our lineups for 90% of the season were absolutely horrible. We started Bryn Forbes when he clearly had no business starting. Our rotations weren't great. We'd have Patty Mills and Bellinelli in at the same time. We'd have Patty Mills and Bryn Forbes in at the same time. Sometimes we'd put Patty Mills, Bryn Forbes, and Marco Bellinelli in at the same time. Pop refused to play DeJounte Murray and Derek White together until the restart, and the team suffered as a result. Lonnie Walker didn't get consistent minutes, although he was finally part of the rotation for the first time in his career. And Keldon Johnson didn't get any minutes. Matter of fact, he spent a lot of the season in Austin, and he showed in the restart he's a capable NBA player. Now, everybody's going to watch this, and they're going to say, Ryan, oh, so you think you're a better coach than Pop? You think you're smarter than Pop? Guys, I get it. Pop's a basketball genius. I don't think I could do what he can do. But like I said, that doesn't mean he's not subject to criticism. And a lot of Spurs fans have been saying all year long that these lineups were not good and offered better lineups as a result. And most of those lineups were used during the playoffs to a lot of success. Now, guys, I'm not going to delve too far into this. I do want to say that the reporters brought up about if he was going to return next year. He was kind of like, why wouldn't I? He is 71 years old. But I guess it's probably good for the organization that he'll be back next year, and I really hope he sticks to what worked in the NBA restart as opposed to the first 75% of the season where, like I said, the lineups weren't good, and not only were they not good lineups, but the whole team was just kind of playing uninspired basketball. So this is probably going to be my last Spurs video for a while. As we get into the offseason, I'm definitely going to talk about free agency some. We're definitely going to talk about the draft as we get closer to it. As a matter of fact, I might have to look up when the draft date is. But do me a favor, just leave some comments. What do you think about Coach Pop, his coaching this year? And try to be fair. Try to leave some constructive criticism, because I don't think he coached a perfect season by any means. But his career record as a head coach clearly speaks for itself. 22 straight years in the playoffs, or however many it was, is an incredible accomplishment, and that may never be done again in our lifetimes in basketball. So guys, that's about it. Do me a big favor and subscribe, like, and I really want you to leave me a comment about Coach Pop. What do you think about him returning next year? What do you think the Spurs need to do in the offseason? We're definitely going to talk more about that in future videos, so be on the lookout for that. If you're a Spurs fan, please do me a favor and subscribe, because there's definitely going to be some more Spurs content coming your way. I know it's almost football season, so I'm definitely going to start getting some Cowboys content rolling in. And I'm still talking about the Texas Rangers. They've had a lot of 9 o'clock games, so I haven't been following as much as I want. But that's going to do it for today, guys. I'm out. Peace.